The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. And so the All-Star break has come and gone, and the first game back was not so kind to the Pittsburgh Pirates. Remember, the Pirates had a big lead in the National League East, only to see it disappear to the Philadelphia Phillies. These are games the Pirates have to win. Guess what didn't happen? John Candelaria pitched well until the 8th, and then Kent DeColve pooped the bed. So here's how it happened. Bill Madlock, the All-Star starting second baseman, solo homer in the first. His hitting streak goes to 12. It was his 13th of the year. 1-0 Giants. In the third, that man Madlock again. He singled home Mark Hill, 2-0. That lead held till the 8th. Rennie Stinnett with a 2-run single to tie the game at 2, but in the 9th, Mark Hill with an 2 RBI double to make it 4-2 San Francisco. Bill Madlock 2 for 5, a homer and 2 RBI. Willie Stargell strikes out all 4 times at the plate. Bob Nepper goes to 11-7. Gary Lavelli with the save, and Kent DeColve takes a loss out of the pen. It is the Giants and the Pirates next on Retro Sports Network. You're supposed to go here. Fine. As Retro Sports Network presents Major League Baseball Replay 1978. Today from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, it is the San Francisco it's the San Francisco 49ers. It's the San Francisco Giants against the Pittsburgh Pirates from Three Rivers Stadium, brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. The count. John Montefusco goes for the Giants, while Jim Rooker goes for the Pirates. It is a hot, sticky July 14th, Bastille Day, here at Three Rivers Stadium. 87 degrees as we get started, and really not a breath of wind. And for the Pittsburgh Pirates, they need some fair sales behind them if they're going to continue to chase down the Philadelphia Phillies. The San Francisco Giants and San Diego Padres have taken both advantage of the lumbering conditions of both the Houston Astros and Cincinnati Reds. Now, can the Giants continue to win and put some pressure on the Dodgers? We'll see. It's a big one for them, but for the Pirates, this is huge. These are the games they have to win if they're going to get back in the race. Jim Rooker looking for his 9th win of the year, and the count, John Montefusco, going for the Giants next, right here on Retro Sports Network. And it sounds like I've been gargling with Santa Flush. Big Clue, how are you? Thanks for the sub, my buddy. Hey, Adobe is a 30-second ad. And Robbie, time for more geekery. Okay, I'm going to take a drink because I just had lunch and I could hear it rattling around in my throat. I sound like Johnny Most. Okay, so that hopefully will clear things up. Jim Rooker making his 16th start of the year. He has 12 more left after today. A 1.87 ERA. I believe that leads the National League. And an 8-4 record. He has not faced the San Francisco Giants. His last start was 8 days ago, and he didn't pitch in the All-Star game. The righty went 6 innings against St. Louis, 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned. He walked 3 and struck out 2. So over 91 and 2/3 innings, 70 hits, 2 homers, only 24 runs, 19 earned. He walked 49 and struck out 34, so control is an issue. He is a fastball, fly ball pitcher at 86 miles an hour. I haven't done the Giants, I don't think, all year. Ooh, hot dog fajitas. That's interesting. I had, my mom made some chicken salad. I won't tell you where she got it from. And and we froze it. And so I had that on an English muffin and some Utz potato chips. And the end of a bottle of Coca-Cola, which expired 2 days ago. Anywho, so here's a lineup for San Francisco. Bill Madlock will lead off and play second base. Darrell Evans at third will bat second. Jack Clark is in right field. He'll bat third. One of the Cruzes, it's not Jose because he's in Houston, is in left field. He'll bat fourth. Mike Ivy is at first. He'll bat fifth. Larry Herndon is in center. He'll bat sixth. Johnny LeMaster, who is not the master of anything at short, will bat seventh. Mark Hill with the big game last night behind the plate will go eighth. And John Montefiusco, the count, will pitch and bat ninth. Ooh, exciting turkey and provolone on whole grain bread. Ah, that's nice. I can do Donnie Most if you like, but fiddles and diddles and... Oh, that bear! Bill that bear is the biggest putz in the world. You know, he's crying over there. He just stuck his finger in DJ's eye, and it's terrible. There's blood gushing out everywhere. And that bear, that son of a bitch, has never committed a foul in his 13 years. Okay, that's what I get for doing Johnny Most. I kind of wonder why on YouTube, because these games go up about a week later, why I don't get more comments about the asides. Oh, Tribe Fan had a spicy Italian footlong from Subway. We had a Subway next door and it closed because of the virus. Hopefully that will reopen with this city opening up back next week to some degree. John Milner, by the way, as we look at the defense for the Pirates, is a 6-1 in left. Omar Moreno, a 7-6 in center. And Bill Robinson is a 3-4 in right. That defense is terrible. Phil Garner, a 5 at third. John Tavares, a 6. Frank Tavares, a 6 at short. Rene Sinet, a 6 at second. Willie Stargell, a 6 at first. And Ed Ott behind the plate is a 5 and a 3. 5 range, 3 arm. Jim Brooker, a 7 range and a 1,000 fielding percentage. And to me, you guys look all like Fruit Loops today. Festus is in orange. Robbie's and Michigan Man are in red. Madlock at 314. 13 homers and 32 RBI. And when you drink a Coke, stuff happens. Pitched up, Madlock is a line drive to left. Milner is there, and that's how this one starts, 1 away. Darrell Evans with the 5 o'clock shadow at 2:15. Oif. 10 homers and 33 RBI. Rooker, ball 4. So Evans takes the walk. Rooker, that's his 50th walk in 92 innings. Jack Clark at 3:14, 12 homers and 55 RBI. Ball 4, so that's 8 in a row. And that one just missed inside. So Rooker will mop his brow on this warm night in Pittsburgh. And it's Heidi Cruz. Heity, Heity. At 158, 1 homer and 3 RBI. Evans did have pretty good career numbers for a third baseman. Always overshadowed, though, but good numbers in Atlanta, a good productive career in San Francisco, and, of course, for Sparky Anderson's Detroit Tigers, he had some good numbers as well. Pitch to Cruz, ball 4. So Rooker has walked, the bases loaded. And that was on 4 straight. And that'll bring up Mike Ivy at 320, 9 homers, and 30 RBI. Lorenzo will remember tomorrow that he was supposed to be here today. So Ivy, not sure how much he's digging in. Up the middle, a base hit. Evans will score. Clark will play station-to-station baseball, and it's 1-0 Giants. So Clark on third, Cruz on second, and Ivy on first for Larry Herndon, It was at 196, one homer, and 20 RBI. Heike Cruz, Jose's brother. News from the Gulag. He has the rapt attention of his dear friend Tommy. Brilliant, or Brilliant. No, he's a huge Dodger fan. Thanks for the follow, my friend. You are number 105. Here on Twitch. Herndon, ground ball to Garner. Gonna try for two. Sinet for one. Over to Stargell. Do they turn it? Do they turn it? Clark crosses the plate, but the inning is over. Call it two. So the damage is done. One run, one hit, and Rooker gets around, walking the bases loaded with just a run scored. San Francisco strands two. Bottom of the first, 1-0 Giants. Is there any other kind of Dodger fan? It's kind of like Tommy, you just can't be half pregnant. Here's the count. John Monefusco making start number 21 of the year. He is 4-7 with a 3.38 ERA. He's a fastball pitcher at 91. He has faced the Pirates twice. Got me thinking the Dodgers all of a sudden. 13 innings, 14 hits, 5 runs, all earned. He has walked 2 and struck out 8. And if you forget, Mr. Monefusco was the Rookie of the Year in the National League in 1975. So he hasn't faced the Pirates since May 9th. And has no decisions, as I said. His last appearance was against the Reds on July 8th. 5 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, all earned. He walked 5, got good control, too, and struck out 4. So over 133 innings, he's allowed 123 hits, 12 homers, 57 runs, 50 earned. He's only walked 35 and struck out 100. And here is a lineup that he will face. Frank Tavares is at short. He'll lead off. Omar Moreno in center will bat second. John Milner in left will go third. Bill Robinson cleans up in right. No Dave Parker today. Willie Stargell at first will bat fifth. Rennie Stinnett is at second base. He'll bat sixth. Ed Ott behind the plate will bat seventh. Phil Garner at third will bat eighth. And Jim Rooker, who threw 26 pitches, will go ninth. Wow. Lasorda pregnant? Maybe. From all the pasta. Transitioning to the iPad. Oh, another ad for Adobe. Well, I thank you very much for the penny. We all have bots in our YouTube channel. Want to be friends, Logan? Do you really want to be friends? No, because you don't really exist. There! You got a Ron's rant in the middle of a baseball game. Here's the defense for San Francisco. Cruz, a 3 and a 4. And left, Herndon, a 6 and a 3. And center, Jack Clark, the best of the bunch, is a 6 and a 9 and right. Darrell Evans, playing for a bunt I'm not going to do, is a 9 at third. LeMaster, a 6 at short. Madlock, a 5 at second. Ivy, a 6 at first. And Mark Hill, that's a bot. Mark Hill, a 6 and a 5 behind the plate. And Monefusco, an 8 range with a 944 fielding percentage. Tavares, it's 269, no homers, and 26 RBI. And that's a ground ball to second. Madlock over to Ivy for the out. Remember, San Francisco plays on turf in 78 as well. The grass did not go back into Candlestick until 79. Omar Moreno at 264, 3 homers, and 27 RBI. And he sends this one into right. Back goes Clark. No, sir. Omar Moreno has homered. My goodness gracious. All Clark could do was turn and watch it go, and we are tied at 1. He got all of that one. Oh, did he ever. It hits the facing of the second deck, and the fans in the first deck make the catch. And that'll bring up John Milner at 273, 3 homers and 25 RBI. Yep. He's been banned and blocked on my channel 3 or 4 times, Tribe fan. But they keep finding ways. As I'm thinking that, I'm thinking I was going to jinx myself and said I haven't had a bot here on Twitch in a while. But you know how broadcasters and jinxes go. Pitch to Milner. Ball 4. So 1 out walk for Bill Robinson. 249, 3 homers, and 38 RBI. Milner a threat to steal if I want to. Throw to first. I didn't want to, and now he really is a threat to steal. So Milner's going to go. Runner goes. Hill throws down to Medlock. Not in time. So that's the first steal of the year for John Milner. And the Pirates have a runner in scoring position. 1 out for Robinson in a 1-1 tie. Pitch to Bill is up the middle. Herndon dives on the turf and makes a sliding catch. Well, the rug burn will be worth it for that. That saved a run. And even the Pirate fans are gracious enough to applaud Larry Herndon on that play. Here's Stargell. 282. He's only hit 7 homers. He hit 28 in the real year and has driven in 35. Pitch right field. Clark goes back in the corner, and that's gone. That didn't get out by much, but it's 3-1 Pittsburgh as Willie Stargell homers right down the line in right field. And the Pirates go up. There it is again. I didn't think that was going off the bat. But Jack Clark, he ran out of real estate. And it's 3-1. Rennie Stinnett at 234, 4 homers and 31 RBI. Ricky Keeler's watching. This is a big old box of kaboom so far. Pitch to Stinnett is up the middle. Herndon will make another fantastic play. It was drilled and he had to dive for it and made the catch. But the Pirates get 3 runs on 2 hits and no errors. After 3-1 Pittsburgh. Yeah, without Madlock, it's the same team as 79. And so the Pirates, if you remember, Robbie, there's about 4 different versions of that account. Big clue, if you remember, the Pirates had a 9.5 game lead by Memorial Day. And over the last 6 weeks, they've lost it. Pirates fans are shaking their green weenies. How you doing, Paulie? So LeMaster at 192, 3 homers and 20 RBI. So Rooker has been given the lead after a shaky first. Pitch to Johnny is up the middle. That's going to go all the way to the wall. LeMaster's in with 2, and that's how the inning starts. I'd forgotten about the green weenie. Here's Mark Hill at 229, 1 homer, and my goodness, my voice is cracking everywhere today. And 24 RBI. Rooker sets. Ground ball. Stinnett in front of the bag. Over to first. LeMaster should go to third. Hill is retired, and there's 1 out for the count. Montefusco, who is going to bunt here. Well, maybe not. Do you squeeze? LeMaster can run. He's hitting .094 with an RBI. Stargell and Garner come down for a conversation. Rooker fires. Struck him out. He didn't bunt. I've never seen the computer squeeze. Have you? 0-2 on the inside corner at the knees for strike 3. And so 39 pitches deep for Rooker. Through 9 batters, an inning and 2/3. 2 hits, 1 run it was earned. He walked him loaded in the first and just struck out Montefusco for his first. Madlock is 0 for 1. Fly ball center field. Moreno makes the catch, and that will retire the side. So the Giants leave a runner on. No runs, a hit, and no errors. Inning and a half in the books. It's the Pirates 3, the Giants 1. Ed Ott, looking very yellow today at 316. 2 homers and 19 RBI. Pitch from Montefiusco. Here's a base hit left center field. Herndon will cut it off. And that's the third hit for the Pirates. Brings up Phil Garner with his stovetop hat and his stovetop stash. And to remind you that you should go to the store and buy yourself a box of stovetop stuffing. He's at 255, 4 homers, and 29 RBI. And there's a base hit left center field. Going to go all the way to the wall. Ott will hold at third. Garner on second. And now Rooker with nobody out at the plate. He really can't bunt, so he won't. Ivy and Evans come into play. Rooker at 179. He has yet to drive in a run. He has struck out 6 times, and he's swinging here. And Montefiusco got him to swing and a miss on a full count. So that's the first strikeout for Montefiusco. 34 pitches for 9 batters over an inning and a third. 4 hits, 2 homers. He walked 1 and struck out 1. And Tavares is 0 for 1. Pitch to Frank, struck him out. A 1-2 cutter, swung on and missed at 90. And then I'll bring up Moreno, who popped his 4th of the year. He's already had 2 more than real life. That was a solo shot. And then Stargell hit the 2-run shot in the first. Runners go up the middle. Madlock over to first. Ivy tries to stay on the bag. He does, and that will retire the side. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. We've played 2. Pittsburgh 3, San Francisco 1. And so here's the story. San Francisco has won 7 straight. And 9 out of 10. And they are 13 back of the Dodgers. Second place isn't all out of the realm of possibility. The big thing for San Francisco is they have a minus run differential. Pirates are 46 and 36, 5.5 behind the Phillies. Play well both on home and the road, but they're not a good team against the division at 24 and 25, or 1-run games, or extra inning games. Kansas City by a half game over the Rangers, full game over the Angels, 3 over Chicago, 4.5 over Minnesota. And the Yankees, with their win yesterday, have flopped over Baltimore by a half game. Milwaukee has cut the deficit to 2.5. And the Red Sox are being found on a milk carton. Here's Darrell Evans. He walked and scored in the first, the lone run for the Giants. This time it's a high fly ball to right. Robinson in the corner, 1 out. And then I'll bring up Jack Clark. He's got some crosswits for you. He walked in the first. And there's a long shot to deep left center and gone. So it's 3-2 as Clark homers. I suspect this will be a fun finish. So Clark just smashes his 13th of the year in the left center field. First homer today for the Giants, and only the 3rd allowed by Rooker in 94 innings. Here's Heidi Cruz. He walked his first time up. Fouled back behind the plate. A ball and 2 strikes. Why would we play at Wrigley Field? Funny, that looks like AstroTurf. Pitch to Cruz, and there's a liner to right. Robinson. 2 out. For Ivy, who singled and drove in the lone run for San Francisco before the inning. Oh, actually, nope. The wind is blowing in from center at 1 mile an hour. 87 degrees, a warm night. Home run percentages, by the way, plus 14 for the lefties and plus 16 for the righties. And I'll give you the batting averages, too. 9 for the lefties and 6 for the righties. So it is playing as an offensive ballpark. Pitch to Ivy is a ground ball to third. Garner from his knees. Over to first for the out. And that will retire the side. But Jack Clark, with a home run to left center, makes it 3-2 Pittsburgh. 1 run, 1 hit, and no errors. Bottom of the third, 3-2 Pirates. So John Milner, who walked and stole his first base of the year, followed by Robinson and Stargell to face Montefusco here in the third, put the balls in the humidor. That must be real humid on the banks of the Allegheny. Here's a chopper to Madlock at second, over to Ivy, and it goes on the card 4-3. Here's Bill Robinson. He's 0 for 1. 1 out. Pirates and Giants. Game 88 for the Giants. Game 83 for the Pirates. Ground ball foul, third base side. So the count is 0-2. Pitch to Robinson. Here's a base hit left center field. Robinson going for 2. He's in there without a throw. So that's the 5th hit for Pittsburgh. And now I'll bring up Stargell, who homered his last time up. His 8th of the year. He's now driven in 37. And this time he'll draw a walk. So full count. Missed up and in on the fastball, and there's 1 out and runners on first and second, first to net. Who's 0 for 1? Montefusco delivers, struck him out. A 2-2 fastball right down the middle for strike 3. So that's 3 for John. And now I'll bring up Ed Ott, who singled his first time up. Here's the pitch. Little ground ball to Madlock that played him. Caught it in between hops. And he hit it with the glove and bounded it into right field. So the bases are loaded. Robinson on third. Stargell on second. Ott at first for Garner, who doubled his first time up. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, base hit left side. Robinson scores. Stargell scores. 5-2 Pittsburgh on 2 unearned runs. And so Bill Madlock looks around. He feels like he's got in a future Southwest Airlines commercial. Do you want to get away? Yes. Yes, I do. Rooker struck out his first time and second time up. 1-2, swing and a miss for strike 3. But the Pirates put 2 more on the board on 2 hits and a bad error by Bill Madlock. After 3, Pittsburgh 5, San Francisco 2. So Herndon, LeMaster, and Hill to face Rooker here in the 4th. And Herndon grounded into a double play his first time up. Line drive to Tavares, 1 out. Actually, belligerent or brilligerent is by 106 follower. Here's LeMaster. Johnny doubled his first time up. Ground ball to Garner, has to hurry over to first, and LeMaster has the speed of me, and so that's an out. So 2 quick outs for Rooker. For Mark Hill, 0 for 1. Into right, Robinson, 3 out. So the Giants go quietly in the 4th. No runs, no hits, and no errors. After 3.5, Pittsburgh 5, San Francisco 2. So Montefusco threw 18 batters, 3 innings. That's never good. 68 pitches. That's never good. 6 hits. That's not good. 2 homers. Three of the 5 runs are earned. He has walked 2 and struck out 4. They're playing back or dropping 1. Tavares squares. Montefusco picks it up. Over to Madlock covering, and Tavares is out. So no bunt single there. 1 away from Moreno. 1 for 2 with a homer. Solo shot. Popped up. Left side. Evans. Again, he makes a great play. He's in a foul territory, and he kind of misjudged it in the lights, and he ended up reaching in the stands to make the play. Do I want a foul ball, or do I want to keep my Iron City? Oh, heck, I'm keeping the Iron City. Here's Milner. Walked. 0 for 1. Scored and stole a base. Here's the pitch. There's a base hit past a diving Ivy. Madlock should have had that one too. And that's the 7th hit for Pittsburgh. And that brings up Bill Robinson, who doubled and scored. 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. Milner does not go, and that ball is gone. That was a line drive down the line and left, and all Heidi Cruz could do was turn and watch it go. 7-2 Pittsburgh. Hung out over the middle of the plate, and Robinson's got the power to that one. Oh, boy. Again, the wind is blowing in at 1. It's cooled off to 85. It's just a warm summer night. And Montefusco, who gives up the long ball anyway, now has given up 3. He's given up 15 on the replay. Here's Stargell. He has walked and homered. Pitch to Willie, and that's popped up. First base side, Ivy will make the catch. But the Pirates put 2 more up on the board on 2 hits and no errors. We played 4. Pittsburgh 7, San Francisco 2. So I wonder what they'll do with Montefusco here. He struck out his first time up. Pitch count-wise, he's at 83. Yep, the count says 1 home run allowed, 2 home runs allowed, 3 home runs allowed. Ha, 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 ha. There. Did I do that one right for you? So Montefusco stays in the game and drives that one all the way to the wall in center on a few hops, and Johnny's got himself a double. So through 18 batters, 4 innings per Rooker, 72 pitches, 4+ innings, I should say, 4 hits, a homer, 2 earned runs, 2 runs in total. He's walked 3 and struck out 1. Madlock is 0 for 2. Amongst other things, he's 0 for 3 now as he swung on and missed a fastball from Rooker, and here's 1 away. Brings up Darrell Evans. He has walked and scored. He's 0 for 1. Into right, going to drop in front of Robinson, and Montefusco will hold at third. So the Giants got something cooking. 2 on, runners in the corners, with 1 out for Jack Clark, who homered his last time up in the third. Rooker deals, and there's a base hit right field. Montefusco scores. Clark goes for 2. He's in there with a double. So Evans on third, Clark on second, and the Giants really threatening now. 3+ what? Here's Cruz. Heidi walked and is 0 for 1. So 7-3, 1 out, top the 5th. San Francisco trying to chip back at Jim Rooker. Pitch to Cruz. There's a line drive to left. Milner's there. Evans will hold. And Clark kind of stumbled off too far, but he's back. And 2 out for Ivy, who was singled. He's 1 for 2. Drove in his 31st of the year. The pitch. Ground ball base hit. That should score 2. Tavares should have had it. Evans will score. Clark will score, and it's 7-5 Pittsburgh. And the people here in Pittsburgh are starting to get a bit restless. Here's Larry Herndon. He's 0 for 2. Throw to first. Ivy back. Ivy stays. Herndon in the shallow center. Moreno rides the bike and makes the catch to retire the side. Halfway home, a big inning for the Giants. 3 runs, 4 hits, and no errors. It's Pittsburgh 7, San Francisco 5. You're going to have a long recap to read as the rest of you on live on Twitch get a commercial. Well, as someone said earlier, this is not Wrigley Field. The wind, what little there is blowing in, but it's been home run-a-palooza. Omar Moreno, Willie Stargell, Jack Clark, and Bill Robinson have homered so far, and it's 7-5, Pittsburgh after 4.5. Here's the pitching summary. And if you are a devotee of good pitching, it's kind of like going to the the Starbucks and finding them that they're making it instant just for you. The 4 winds are meeting at the 3 rivers. And Dave Gardner knows Jack Clark. Clark actually spent a year in Boston. One we'd like to forget. Renee Stinnett is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And there's a ground ball to Ivy, who goes to the bag himself for the out. So, you ready, Big Clue, to mix some hockey and baseball together? Upload the Prime series from Amazon. Oh. Yogi Berra. Okay. Played in the AHL in the off-season. Saw a picture of that today. I forgot where he played for, but he did play some minor league hockey. And apparently was a big hockey fan. And remember, when you see the fork in the road, take it. Here's Ed Ott, who's 1 for 2. 7 runs, 8 hits for the Pirates, no errors, had left 4 on. I didn't know that until today either. It was posted on somebody's Bobby Orr page. And it got shown someplace else. 5 runs, 7 hits, a big error for San Francisco, and they've left 4 on. Ott into right. Clark waits for that one to come down. 2 out. Here's Garner, who's 2 for 2. Has single, doubled, and driven in 2. Pitch to Phil is into right field. Jack Clark makes the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We played 5 at 3 Rivers. It's 7-5 Pittsburgh. So LeMaster, Hill, and Montefusco. I think that's been split off. Big Clue asks if MLB Advanced Media still do all the NHL media content. I think Disney's doing it now for the National Hockey League. But I'm not sure. Pitch to LeMaster is a base hit all the way down the line and left. Garner got a late jump, and LeMaster is on with another double. That's the second of the ball game. Yes, the NHL wanted Disney to ruin them too. Here's Mark Hill, who's 0 for 2, and ESPN. Pitch to Hill. Ball 4, so Rooker has put the tying run on. There's nobody out here in the 6th, and here's the pitcher Montefusco. So Garner and Stargell come in for the bunt. Pitch, and it's dropped down. Ott's only play is to first, and that covers, and so they get the 1, and LeMaster and Hill go into scoring position. So here's Madlock. He's 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Rooker, 101 pitches through 5 1/3. 8 hits, a homer. He's walked 4 and struck out 2. Ott and Rooker have a few words. Rooker deals. And there's a 1 into center field. That's a base hit. LeMaster will score. Hill will hold at third, and that'll do it. That'll do it. And so Rooker, his ERA is jumped up. It's now 2.32. He's given up 6 earned runs. And they play a doubleheader tomorrow. Isn't that nice? So Eddie Whitson's coming in. They haven't really shown it's a good bullpen, and Grant Jackson isn't there right now. So Whitson making appearance number 17. 1-2 with a 1 save and an ERA of 3.75. Last time out, July 9th against the Cardinals. In fact, he's faced the Cardinals 7 times already this year. 2 innings, 2 hits, a walk, and a strikeout. 24 innings, 25 hits. 11 runs, 10 earned. 4 homers. He's walked 15, struck out 18. Fastball pitcher throws it hard at 96. And is a ground ball pitcher, and the Pirates would take a double play right about now. In real life, his whip was 1.392. In the replay, it's at 1.667. Darrell Evans, 1 for 2. He has singled, walked, and scored twice. Ground ball to Garner. Only play is to first. Hill is going to hold. Do they get Evans? Yes, they do. Madlock goes to second. Good ball game. 7-6, Stewart. Pirates lead. San Francisco was down 7-2. And now it's 7-6. 2 outs, top of the 6th. For Jack Clark, who has doubled and homered. He's driven in 57 on the year. Pitch to Clark. Into right. Gonna drop in front of Robinson. Hill scores. Madlock scores. And the Giants lead it 8-7. And so there's a huge murmur in the crowd. Brings up Heidi Cruz, who's 0 for 2 with a walk. The Pirates have blown a 5-run lead. Pitch to Cruz, struck him out. A 2-2 right down Broadway, and Whitson's going to bat. Because he's leading off. 3 runs, 3 hits, and no errors. Boy, the Pirates are in trouble. San Francisco 8, Pittsburgh 7. Heidi is female, or male. So I don't think Ted married another man. Whitson's 0 for 2 on the year. Montefusco got him on 4 pitches. So that brings up Tavares. So through 27 batters, Montefusco 92 pitches through 5 1/3. And somehow, John's in line for the win. No, and I think her name is Heidi, as a matter of fact. That's a tough one there. Heidi. 3 homers allowed by Montefusco. He's walked 2 and struck out 5. Tavares 0 for 3 with a strikeout. They're playing for a bunt. It's in the left field. Cruz, 2 out. Cab Calloway was always mean to him. Hada, 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 ha. Hada, 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 ho. That was the worst Nipsey Russell impression I've ever done. Might be the only Nipsey Russell impression I've ever done. Omar Moreno, by the way, 1 for 3 with a solo shot and a run scored, obviously. Here's the pitch. Struck him out. And so that will retire the side. Moreno looks at 1 at 84 below the belt. We go to the 7th. San Francisco has erupted, if you will, for 6 in the last 2. It's 8-7 Giants. So Ivy, Herndon, and LeMaster. Ivy 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs, now driven in 33, which if you're in the metropolitan Pittsburgh area will get you a bottle of Rolling Rock. In the 3rd. Ground ball to Garner, over to Stargell, better hurry. And that's an out. Sounded like a potato state. Okay. Here's Herndon. He's 0 for 3. He's grounded into a double play, amongst other things. Whitson delivers. And there's a ground ball to Tavares. Not going to get him. They aren't going to get him. He got a good jump on it, but Herndon was barreling down the line, and that's a base hit all the way. Idaho. Hida, 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 ha. Hida, hida, Idaho. Makes me miss Five Guys, where all my fries are from. Johnny LeMaster, hitting 199, has hit 2 doubles today. He's 2 for 3 with a run scored. Throw to first. Herndon's got some speed. No, Johnny, you can't do that. That's why Dave Gardner thinks you can go to first on a bulk. Runner back. LeMaster at the plate. Herndon stays, and LeMaster just dropped the perfect bunt. Oh my goodness, was that the perfect bunt? And Ott kicked it as well. He dropped it right in that dirt there, and Ott booted it. And yep, he really LeMastered that one. So that's an E2. That is not a hit. That's an error on Ott. And that'll bring up Mark Hill, who has walked and scored. He's 0 for 2. Whitson's pitch. Ground ball to Garner. Webb gems to net for 1. Over to Stargell. Can they turn it? Can they turn it? Yes, they do! What a series of events. Garner, who made one bad boo-boo play earlier, he had to dive for that one. And from his hands and knees, he flew it over to Stinnett, who was in the perfect pivot position to throw to first to retire the side. So the Giants thought they were going to get some more offense. They didn't. And so they leave a runner on. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Hope you all enjoyed your Iron City. Here's John Milner. He is 1 for 2. Has singled, walked, scored twice, and stole a base. I think it actually is related to Mel Ott, to be honest. Pitch to Milner is a line drive to LeMaster. Oh my goodness, this might be Johnny LeMaster's best game ever. He had to hit that one right in the hole, and LeMaster dove and made the catch. So 1 out for Robinson, who was 2 for 3. He has doubled, homered, scored twice, and driven in 2. He's now driven in 40 on the year. Struck him out. He got him on a 2-2 just below the belt. And 2 out for Stargell, who also homered in the ball game. The Pirates, after 4, led this one 7-2. It's now 8-7, 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Into right, Clark makes the catch to retire the side. Well, that's why we play these games. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 7, 8-7, San Francisco. So Montefusco doubled his last time up. I wonder if they leave him in. The Giant pen is pretty good, including one big brother of Billie Jean King. Do you know who that is? Jim Dwyer will pinch hit, so the count will count wins. 3 wins. 4 wins. Finally 5 wins. Ha 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 ha. Dwyer, obviously with the Cardinals in that picture, at 143, 2 homers and 3 RBI. Yes, Randy Moffett, 2 you got it. Congratulations. Whitson delivers, and that's into center field. Moreno going back and off the wall. Wind blowing in from center at 2, and that will be a double. And so Dwyer, airbrush logo and all, stands on second for Madlock, who was 1 for 4. He has singled, struck out, driven in a run, and scored. Ott and Whitson have a couple words. Madlock, drag bunt, over to Sinet covering. They got him. 1 out. And the Giants are playing some small ball. Here's Evans. Darrell, 1 for 3. Singled, scored twice, and walked. Oh, midlife crisis. How are you, my friend? Ed Ott, I'm assuming, was scouted as an outfielder as playing in a town league because he had a gun for an arm. His high school, Muncie, near where he grew up, that's Ohio, right? Or Indiana. Didn't have a high school team. Now, that's interesting because, so was that a Legion ball or how'd that work? Pitch to Evans. Struck him out. He tipped it in the glove of Ed Ott on an 0-2 pitch. Fastball at 94. Second strikeout for Whitson. And now bring him Clark. Muncie, Pennsylvania. Oh, Muncie in Indiana is spelt with an I-E. Kind of like my name. Muncie with a Y, how my name is most commonly misspelled, is spelt with a Y. Ed Ott had one of the shortest names in baseball, according to Twib. Ronnie is spelt with an I-E. Yep. Remember, it's Ronnie, not Ronald. That was my natural father. The North Branch League in North Central Pennsylvania. I'll give them a shout out. So runner on third, 2 out for Clark. And there's a line drive to Garner, and that will retire the side. Gary Lavelle coming in to pitch. We played 7.5. No runs, a hit, and no errors. 8-7 San Francisco. So the lefty Lavelle making his 37th appearance of the year is 5-4 on the season with 8 saves. ERA of 4.53. He has made 5 appearances against the Pirates, 3 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, all earned. Walked 1, struck out 3, 0-1 with a save, and a 7.36 ERA. He pitched 1 clean inning last night. 45 2/3 innings, 51 hits, just 1 homer allowed. 24 runs, 23 earned. He's walked 20 and struck out 25. He is a big-time ground ball pitcher. And the fastball goes at 92. So Sinet 0 for 3. Ott and Garner to follow. Pitcher spot if anybody should reach. And there's a ground ball base hit right side. So Sinet greets Lavelle with a single. Appichatter thinks he's for the Giants. Ed Ott will pinch hit for Ed. Dave Parker is in the lineup and will probably bat for Whitson. Who can hit a lefty? Manny Sanguian can hit a lefty. 300 against lefties all year. 193 the average, a homer and 12 RBI. Tying run on here for the Pirates in the bottom of the 8th. 8 runs, 12 hits, and 1 error for the Giants. They've left 7 on. The Pirates, 7 runs, 9 hits, and an error, and they've left 4 on. Pitch to Sanguin. Ground ball. Little roller down to Ivy. Flips it to Lavelle for the out. So Stinnett goes to second. Phil Garner is 2 for 3. Has singled twice, or singled, doubled, and driven in 2. And Dave Parker is on deck. Garner, ground ball, base hit right side. Clark picks it up. Madlock with another bad play. Infield is in. And here comes Dave Parker. Parker hits lefties at a 322 clip. And if you look at the outcome box here, the batting average jumps to 424 with the infield in. Parker at 352, 18 home runs, and 63 RBI. So the irresistible force meets the immovable object. Lavelle's pitch struck him out. Oh, baby! A full count, caught the outside corner for strike 3. And Parker flips the bat and winces on his way back to the dugout. And that'll bring up Frank Tavares, who is 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Wow. Pitch to Frank. Up the middle. Madlock takes it to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. So the Pirates threaten. They put 2 on. They leave 2 on. We go to the 9th. San Francisco 8. Pittsburgh 7. So Parker stays in the game and right. Duffy Dyer comes in to catch. He'll bat 4th. And they'll go with Tekulve. Batting 7th. Tekulve 3-3 with 17 saves, but he's here to get a win. And an ERA of 3.05. Does it say how many blown saves? He's blown 4 saves, if you're wondering. So very good, 17-21. Fastball pitcher at 88. And a ground ball, Mr. Elbows. They call him Bones. Against the Giants, this is his 6th appearance. He is 3-1 against San Francisco with an ERA of 3.86. 4 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned. Walked 3 and struck out 1, but that last night was the loss. 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, and a walk. So in 41 innings in the third, he's allowed 41 hits. 17 runs, 14 earned. He's not allowed a home run yet. He has walked 20 and struck out 15. And yep, Tekulve was just a giant ligament. So it's Cruz, Ivy, and Herndon here in the 9th. Duffy Dyer a 5-3 behind the plate, and Dave Parker a 10-10 in right. Mr. Cruz is 0 for 3. He has walked and struck out. He was lanky and wiry for sure. And Terry Whitfield will pinch hit. Terry at 294. 5 homers and 29 RBI. Pitch to Whitfield. There's a liner in the right field. Parker will pick it up. And Robbie's right. Pirates lose this one. This is one they should have had. 7-2 after 4. And it's 8-7 here in the 9th. Ivy is 2 for 4. And is driven in 3. You single twice. Tekulve's pitch. Line drive, left field, base hit. Whitfield will go to third. And it's all kind of come undone for the Pirates. Here's Herndon. 1 for 4. He is singled and grounded into a double play. Can't win them all. Philadelphia is playing Atlanta. You got to figure that if Pittsburgh does lose this, by the way, it's Moreno, Milner, and Dyer, or a pinch hitter, for the Pirates in the 9th. They got to play in with nobody out. Pitch to Herndon. Ground ball to Garner. Throws to first. He looked Whitfield back. Herndon is retired. Ivy is on second. 1 out for LeMaster. And now do you walk LeMaster to set up the bases loaded? LeMaster's had one of these games that defies description for him. He is 2 for 3. He has doubled twice and scored. He's now hitting .199. And the Pirates won't mess around. They're going to bring in the infield. To Colvey. Delivers. Ground ball to Sinet. Looks Whitfield back to first. Over to Stargell for the out. So, yep, that was the right call. A slow little roller. And Whitfield just watched what Sinet would do. And there's 2 out. So the Pirates right now have stopped the bleeding. Here's Mark Hill. He's 0 for 3. He has walked and scored. Pitch to Hill. Right back to DeColvey, who couldn't make the play. He knocked it down. Marc-Andre Fleury, he is not. It is 9-7 on the air. Whitfield claps his hands as he crosses the plate. And that will bring up the pitcher's spot, Rob Andrews. At 292, no homers and 13 RBI. Laid an egg that they've laid, bought at the store. So no earned runs for Tekulve, but his error made it 9-7, and that just makes it a tougher road to hoe. Pitch to Andrews. To Tavares. Flips it to Sinet, and that will retire the side. So, we go to the bottom of the 9th. Randy Moffett on the mound, trying to get the save. 9-7 San Francisco. So Randy making his 23rd appearance of the year. He is 2-5 with 5 saves and an ERA of 3.60. In 4 appearances against the Pirates, there is hope if you're a Pirate fan. He is 0-2 with an ERA of 9.82. 3 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, all earned. Has walked 3 and struck out 2. His last appearance was the 8th. 6 nights ago against the Reds, he went an inning and allowed a hit. So overall, 25 innings, 22 hits, 11 runs, 10 earned. He's allowed 2 homers, 9 walks, and 22 strikeouts. Moreno will swing away. And it's nervous time here in Pittsburgh. Pitch to Omar. Is a ground ball up the middle for a base hit. And boy, does that run loom large now. Because you know Moreno's going to try and steal second. Milner is 1 for 3. He has stolen a base. He has singled, walked, and scored twice. And right now, he's the tying run. There goes Omar. Throw down to LeMaster. No way. 37 steals. Don't need to now. I've already gotten out of the double play. And Moreno will score on a hit. Watch that outcome box. That kind of tells you what's coming. So Moffitt already sweating. It's still 83 degrees here in Pittsburgh. Pitch to Milner. Right up to LeMaster. Throws it over to Ivy. LeMaster with the... That actually hit the dirt. LeMaster got it. Threw out Milner on a hop. And Moreno, whose run really doesn't matter too much, is on third. They'll pinch hit for Dyer. Righty, huh? Steve Bry at 222. No homers and 6 RBI. He hits righties at a 302 clip. Well, I just need a base runner. I've got Stargell on deck. 9-7, 1 out, 9 runs, 14 hits, an error for San Francisco. They've left 9 on. I don't believe I've... Oh, well, we'll worry about that when we get there. Pittsburgh, 7 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors. They left 6 on. Pitch to Bry. Ground ball to Ivy. Moreno will score. There's 2 out, and Ivy steps on the bag. So now it's Stargell. 1 for 3. He homered in the first. In a 9-8 game. 2 out. Moffitt to face Willie. Here's the pitch. Into center field. That'll stay in the yard, and the Giants win the ball game. Larry Herndon kind of had a look on his face of uh-oh, but with the wind blowing in just barely, that was going to stay in the yard all the way. So Stargell gave it a ride, and the Pirates blow it. There is no nice way to sugarcoat this one. It was 7-2 after 4. The final 9-8. 9 runs, 14 hits, and error for San Francisco. Great game. 8 runs, 11 hits, and 2 errors for Pittsburgh. Montefusco goes to 5-7, and if you watched early on, there's no way in heck he was going to get that 5th win. 7 innings, 8 hits, 7 runs, 5 earned, 3 homers. Stargell, Robinson, and Moreno. He walked 2 and struck out 7. Lavelle gets the hold, and Moffitt takes the bad save. Jim Rooker, 5 1/3, 9 hits, 8 runs, all earned. The homer by Jack Clark, he walked 4 and struck out 2. Technically, Eddie Whitson gets a blown save, and the run to Takovi was unearned. So, our player of the game is going to be Jack Clark. 3 for 4 with 4 RBI. Our Digital Dice player of the game. All right. So the Phillies lead now is 6. Full slate of ball games here on the 14th of July. Hey, the Red Sox won! 3-2 over Texas. Mike Torres gets the win. He goes to 9-7. Cubs beat the Padres 4-2. Jim Rice, by the way, hit his 30th of the year. For Boston. Montreal and Houston, doubleheader. You're seeing Montreal and Houston tomorrow. Expos won the first one behind Steve Rogers 3-1. They won the nightcap 2-1 behind Hal Dews. So the lead now for the Dodgers is not hating on Texas. I'm loving on my Red Sox. Anyway, the Dodgers leads 9.5. Philadelphia 7, Atlanta 2. Steve Carlton gets the win. He goes to 11-7. Jeff Burrows with 2 home runs. Fergie Jenkins, by the way, took the loss for Texas. The Mets beat the Reds. Pat Zachary, of all people, gets the win. He's 3-10. Elliott Maddox 4 for 4. Minnesota beats Baltimore 6-5. Jeff Sutton with a win. His first. Don Stanhouse buys a carton of Chesterfields for Earl Weaver. He takes the loss. Lee May with the 16th of the year. The White Sox shut out the Yankees and Ron Guidry. So no gain or loss for those two teams. Ken Kravik goes to 7-6. Soderholm 4 for 4 with a double. The Dodgers beat the Cardinals 3-2. So Don Sutton goes to 13-6. Reggie Smith hits his 16th of the year. Milwaukee downs Kansas City 8-7. Billy Castro goes to 2-0. Our favorite game show host son Pete Lecoq 4 for 5 with 2 doubles. Toronto beats Nolan Ryan 1-0. Jesse Jefferson goes to 5-5. Ryan strikes out 6 but doesn't give up a run. Seattle downs Detroit 4-0. Rick Honeycutt goes to 2-6. Bruce Bochy 3 for 4, 2 RBI, 2 double. And last but not least, Cleveland 8, Oakland 6. Dan Spillner gets the win. And the Indians pound out 16 hits. Just to show you that I'm being honest. Philadelphia by 6.5 over Pittsburgh. The Dodgers 9.5 over Houston, 12 over Cincinnati, 12.5 over San Diego, and 13 over Los Angeles. Milwaukee cuts the Yankee lead to 1.5. Boston 6.5. Baltimore, New York don't change. Kansas City a half game over Texas. California 1 back. Chicago 2 back. Minnesota 3.5. Thursday, noon Eastern from it's Texas and Baltimore tomorrow for a doubleheader. I've got Houston and Montreal, and I'm tempted to change that now, because the game really doesn't mean that much. I really don't want to do a doubleheader tomorrow. But pick your poison. Who are we playing tomorrow? No San Francisco, Pittsburgh. We did that. We got Minnesota and Boston. San Diego, Chicago. Really don't want to do the Dodgers and the Cubs. I mean the Cardinals. You want that's a double header. If I do one, I do them both. Kansas City, New York, but I think I got that pick for Sunday. Yeah, I do. White Sox Brewers, that's a good one too. So I got one vote for a doubleheader. I'm not doing Cleveland, Seattle. Kansas City, New York is Friday at noon. So we give it one more. Royals and Yanks are Friday. So I don't do 2 games in the same series. So you get that game the equivalent of Sunday. So any more? Jamie's begging for me to do a double. I've got 2 picked out. We've got Houston, Philadelphia picked out. And what's the other one I got? Philadelphia and Cincinnati. So you got 2 doubleheaders. All right, Texas, Baltimore it is. So a doubleheader tomorrow. San Diego. Who's San Diego playing? Chicago. You got outvoted. They want a doubleheader, Dave. More baseball. Can you stand it? Can you stand it, Gardner? You voted for it. You got it. So 11:30. 8:30 Pacific, if someone ever watches from the West Coast. Baltimore, Texas, a doubleheader tomorrow between the Orioles and the Rangers. Now, I'll even tell you who's pitching, because we've already run way over. Doyle Alexander and Denny Martinez. And Doc Mennick and Jim Palmer. So you get your doubleheader. Alexander and Martinez, Mennick and Palmer tomorrow. I'm Ron Juckett. We'll talk to you tonight at 6:30 for the support chat. Be good to each other. Bye-bye.